we encountered a younger colleague who looked very energized first thing in the morning, between 8:30 and 9, and they looked like they were ready, energized, and with plenty of exuberance on their face. Asked, "Where were you this morning?" Said, "I was at a rave. I was jawling, but it was a booze-free rave. Started at 7 o'clock this morning. It's not something that's new. In 2015 already, we started seeing the pop-ups of parties that bill themselves as completely sober. And here in Cape Town, we've already seen a couple of those. A sober morning rave. Instead of going out late at night, staying up all night, people are getting up early, get a cup of coffee, and they jaw 6-7 o'clock in the morning, and then at 8:30 they get ready to go to work. Dylan Da Silva is the head of food and beverage at Neighbourgood and Nice. It's in fact at your place. Is it called Be Nice in Queen Victoria Street, where you have your early morning jawls? Dylan, good morning.
Hey, morning, Lester. Yes, Nice Cafe
Nice
on
cafe.
on Queen Victoria Street, and that's where we have the early morning jewels.
So it's no gimmick, it's no marketing, it's no you're advertising something. Is it really a dinkum early morning jewel session rave at your coffee shop?
Yeah, I think, we want exactly what you said now. We want people to arrive at work energized, right? I think uh, we kind of looked at that and said, how could we do this? And we were following the trend, towards the mid and late of last year. And we put our heads together and we said, let's make this work here. Let's do something that would get people started for the day and give everyone that best way to start. And I think my team and I put our heads together, and we're slightly worried about South Africa in terms of, are we going to get enough people to come? Are we going to make it worthwhile? Are we going to make it a thing? And bless our souls, if you had to set up a DJ at any intersection on any one of our roads, I think we'd all get out the car and dance regardless at 7:30 in the morning. And we did our first one in May, and man, we thought it was a huge success. We had about 40 or 50 people arrive. We put our heads together afterwards, and we were like, "Wow, this is amazing!" We just saw, the joy on people's faces that when people were leaving, like compared to when they arrived. It was something that we were like, "Wow, we can really make something big of this."
So who's
And
arriving at 7:30? Is it those who have office jobs? Is it those who are maybe ending a night shift? Who are your patrons at 7:30 at Nice Cafe?
So, I mean, from the trend, what we're seeing at the moment, it's a lot of corporates. A lot of guys are getting up an hour earlier to come and have a good coffee and a little bit of a dance. Everything from doctors to lawyers to, mechanics. The cops were there on the last one. They stood in the queue for 45 minutes to an hour waiting for coffee, but they were dancing.
And coffee is the only stimulant, I hear.
Yes, coffee is the only stimulant. You can have it with milk or black or straight espresso if you want to go hard.
Because there's also the changing culture around clubbing. We're already seeing around the world and here in South Africa, the club industry as a business is dwindling because a Generation Z, a younger generation's actually the appetite for consuming alcohol, particular clubs, is dwindling. So it's also about how do we re-look at a culture of clubbing that is even excluding alcohol and other substances.
Exactly. I think there's a huge shift in health and wellness, and you said it with the new generation. And I think actually the older generation is starting to catch up and kind of, follow the new generation on that health and wellness trend. Um, you know, so yes, a lot of people are shifting away from the nighttime parties, and they're looking for more a wellness journey to kind of, lean more in towards. And yeah, I mean, if we can be a part of that, why not? And, at the end of the day, we still need to run a business. I mean, running a business, um, to, you know, create change and to drive revenue in our business. But our biggest thing for us is creating a new community of people. And if that is the community that we are creating with health and wellness, you know, we're here for that.
And so what are people saying? Look, we saw it in our colleague. They looked like they were ready. It's someone who had come from a workout. Instead of going to the gym, they had gone to your jaw in Queen Victoria Street. They got to the office and they look like they've already been up. Their brain and their body's been working for already 2 hours. And we actually saw the benefit in this colleague. It was rosy cheeks, but all for the right reasons.
I promise you, if you could see the the spark in people's eyes when they were leaving. So what I generally do, like the 10 minutes before it ends, I would go stand across the road and I would watch people leave. And I promise you, I actually get goosebumps now talking about it, just to see what we've done. And it's a little contribution into their daily lives. If it just gives them that little bit extra to enjoy their day and kind of pass it on to the next person, then, you know, I think we need to do more of it. It just makes sense.
Do you have some old fogies there who still love the jaw, but who say, you know, back in my day, in the 1990s, we'd still be clubbing from the night before, wired on something?
So the, as you said, the old fogies that arrive are coming from the night before. No, we do have an older crowd actually, which is nice.
Okay.
It is such a mix. It is such a mix of young people, old people, everybody just dancing together. You know, dancing to Jerusalem. Everyone just singing together. You can't ask for a better way to start your day.
Dylan, if my show would allow me, hopefully I will join you there. When's your next one?
The next one is on the 3rd of July. So we're going to do one every first Thursday going forward from 7 to 9 a.m.
So first Thursday in terms of, is it the Thursday morning? Will it be the Friday morning?
It'll be Thursday morning.
Thursday morning on first Thursday, which is the 3rd of July. Dylan Da Silva. He is the head of food at beverage at Be Nice, Nice Cafe. It's at Church House next to St. George's Cathedral on Queen Victoria Street.